My name is Ivan G and this is EM Online TV, and today we get another amazing chance to meet with Andy from Germany. Andy, mambo.
Poa.
Mzima. Yeah, okay, yeah, it has been nice to have you here. First of all, we want to know who is Andy.
Who's Andy? That's a great first question. Yeah, my name is Andreas actually, or many people call me Andy. I'm from Germany. I'm here at SINA now for a bit more than 2 months. Maybe a little bit of my background. I studied tourism and finished now my master's degree in Innsbruck, Austria. And after that I wanted to go abroad again and meet another culture one more time. And as I have been to Tanzania, where you're from, 4 years back, I have a great connection to East Africa and love the people here, love the culture, love the nature and the landscape. So that's why I decided to come back here. And Etienne from SINA, I actually got to know during my study. So I had this connection to this project that I found very inspiring. And I saw my opportunity there to contribute in my way with photography and videography. And that's how I came here basically, and what I'm doing.
Yeah, that is nice. What I observe, most of the people, especially from Germany and the other continent, you like to come in Africa and not maybe to go to other developing country like USA and the other. Why do you choose Africa?
Yeah, I guess it depends on the kind of person as well. I wouldn't say that all of us like to travel there or there or there. Like it's very different depending on the person. But I think Africa is just provides a big contrast to how we are living in Europe. And some people are looking for these kind of experiences to broaden their horizon, like it is always with traveling, right? And get to know people from a very different culture than what we are used to. So you could also go in Europe to France or Spain or Italy, right? Which are also nice, very nice countries. But they are quite similar, quite close to your own culture. So they don't really provide you with this like very new experience, like in contrast to the African countries. So that's what is so nice here, is just meeting a culture that is very different to your own, and therefore learning a lot about this culture and about how other people on other continents live. So I think that's why people come to Africa, to experience how it's like to live here, and also get to know the people better and develop an understanding and some exchange, some cultural background. So I think we can all learn from each other.
Yeah, that is nice. I heard at the beginning you mentioned about by videographer. So I want to know which kind of the video which you do.
So I came to SINA to basically learn how to be a videographer. So for the last 6 years I was mostly a photographer. So I've been doing a lot of photography in all kinds of different fields and made many experiences in different kinds of photography. And now I wanted to get to the next step in storytelling, which I'm very passionate about, which is like transferring this to video, because you just have a lot more opportunities to tell a story when you have audio, when you have movement, and when you can like basically cut together a clip with many different perspectives, right? So I still like photography, but why I came here is to gain experience in that field. And I made a lot of experiences until now. So when I came, I had some experience in videography, but I would say I was an amateur. So I'm taking small steps every day with small learnings that I'm having about videography that can help me in the future to become more professional. And yes.
Yeah, that is nice. The photograph and videographer, is there something which you study at your master's, or it is something extra?
No. Yeah, I studied something very different, tourism. So there was no photography or videography involved in that. So I mainly did it just out of passion and because I had fun doing it. So especially with photography, it always provided me with a sense of a better consciousness about my surrounding and about the world that I'm looking at. So I became, through photography, more conscious about the beauty in our world, and I could see greater details and yeah, just see the world through a different lens, how you would say. So that's really what photography gave me, which I'm very grateful about. Yeah, so it's mainly a passion, but I want to make a living out of it, to make my passion my job in the end.
Okay, do you generate some income right now through photography or videography?
I did a little bit when before I came here. Yeah, like some smaller projects, like some events, mostly some food photography, but yeah, like small steps in the beginning. That's where you're starting out, and then when I come back, I try to focus more on tourism because that's what I studied, and that's also what I'm passionate about. So I try to combine what I studied and my passion for photography and videography. Make a living.
Yeah, that is nice. What do you learn here in Africa since you came? You learn and you say one thing to which you learn and you say that this, I never know about this.
You mean about the culture or about photography or videography?
About general.
Oh, general. That's a tough question. I mean, when it comes to the culture, it's not my first time here. So I mean, it's my first time in Uganda, but not my first time in East Africa. So I was not, let's say, not necessarily surprised about how things are working here. So I think there I can't really tell you a specific learning. But when it comes to like conducting interviews, how we are doing now, or doing videography, I learned a lot. And for example, if you are doing like a small documentary project, how important it is to establish a connection to that person before that you're interviewing, and how important it is to phrase the right questions exactly like you're doing now, to get some authentic and nice answers from this person. So yeah, I got a feeling about what it takes to talk to someone in a way that he feels comfortable and all that. So that's a big learning I had here. But I also want to mention a lot, like just how inspired I am by meeting the people here at SINA, and that I just learned a lot from their stories and their approaches to business, and yeah, how they are basically undertaking their businesses with focus on not only economics, but also like having a good impact for their communities. So that's a great learning environment here. So I think everyone can learn from SINA.
Yeah, that is nice. I want to know, and just what things you saw before you came to Africa, and when you came here, you realized that it is not true at all.
Not true at all.
Yeah.
About Africa.
Yes.
So some people in Germany that are coming, that are, let's say, against immigrants, right? That's always, you have that in every country, like people that are, let's say, more nationalist. They want to keep their country for their own and whatever. So they might say that Africans, they are less productive or less hardworking, something like that, and that's very much not true. So by coming here, you see that Africans are very, very, or like Ugandans or Tanzanians, right? I don't want to generalize Africans, very hardworking people. And especially when you're going to Mpiji or anywhere in Uganda, like people are job creators, right? Like that's a big contrast to our culture, because right now we are in a situation where the economy is needing a lot of workers, because we are getting older, we are not having enough children, right? So we are really in need of workers, and that's a contrast to here, where you need to create your own jobs, and that takes a lot of braveness and a lot of effort and strength to create your own jobs, and that's what people can do here, right? Like make small businesses everywhere.
Maybe this will be the last one, Andy. What can you, if you get a chance to advise an African youth, what will you advise?
An African?
Yes, especially.
like always be consistent and follow your passion, and don't let small failures or mistakes that you will do on your way of realizing your passion get in the way. And yeah, always stay brave and consistent about what you're doing, and see failures and mistakes as part of your story of reaching where you want to go. Because in the end, you're always looking back, and you will always say, like, it's important that I made this mistake, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. It has been a good chance to be with Andy from Germany. Actually, I learned a lot, but one of the important things, always don't focus on your mistake. Just learn from your mistake and move on. My name is Ivan G, and this is EM Online TV. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you.